Felipe again, once more here with Dania. We're going to continue working with the De La Riva. Like I said, switching the grips, working more towards the Berimbolo. So pay attention to the solo drills because it is important for us to get the mobility to perform a good Berimbolo. Okay, nice to see everyone. Start moving the head sideways. Up and down. Circling the head, people. Both sides. On. The other arm. And hips. All right, everyone. Drop to the floor and bridging 10 times inside. Hip escaping, people. 10 times inside. Rolling back and forth over the shoulder. 5 times inside, people. Back and forth, controlling the hip. Gonna be rolling sideways. Try not to use the feet. Okay, people, just moving over the shoulder. 5 times inside. Back and forth. Okay, people, the exercise that we started yesterday, I'm gonna be on my knees. I'm gonna drop my left shoulder on the floor, lift my hip, head inside, so I can go from one shoulder to the other shoulder. As soon as I reach the other shoulder, I go back on my knees. Okay? Going back to the other side, same thing. Drop the right shoulder, head inside, hip up, slide over the shoulder to the other side, land on my knees. Okay? Explain this with more details. You guys can do slowly. Here, step by step, switching shoulders, or in one motion, back and forth, 5 times each side as well, everyone. Getting this mobility, okay, very important. And last but not least, here, just moving. Here, from one shoulder to the other shoulder without using the feet, just hips and core. So, I'm gonna go all the way down. I'm gonna bring my hip all the way down. I keep my shoulder on the floor. From here, everyone, head in, hip up. I'm gonna switch my shoulder and drop my hip back on the floor. Okay? Have I done this? Shoulder stays, head inside, hip up without using my feet, switching to the other shoulder. I'm gonna show sideways. So again, I'm here on my left shoulder, head inside, elevate my hip, switch to the right shoulder, drop my hip back, one side, the other side, okay? 5 times each side, everyone. Try not to use the feet, because it's gonna be very important for us to work with the Berimbolo, okay? Let's work with the partner drills, people. Okay, people, as we started already, we did this position last week, so if you need more details, just check out there. We're just gonna be switching sweeps. Situation in which I'm gonna be controlling my partner's sleeve. I'm already controlling her foot. I'm already in the De La Riva. I'm gonna elevate my hip. I'm gonna bring my leg all the way to the other side of the leg. As I go back with my back on the floor, pulling sleeve and foot, extending my leg, bringing my opponent down, and I'm gonna come up so Dania can do the same. She has my foot and my sleeve control. She brings her leg across. From here, she's gonna pull the sleeve, the foot, extend the leg, making it fall. I'm gonna come up and I'm just going to do the same to her on the other side, controlling the sleeve, the foot, bringing the leg across, pulling both sleeve and foot, extending the leg. She falls, I come up, and we're just gonna be switching sweeps with each other like this. Like I said, we've seen this position last week. Okay, so if you need more details on this, just check out the classes that we saw. And switching position with each other in your own time, just to get some flow to it. If you guys feel comfortable speeding up, 3 minutes overall, switching sides, we move to the next one. All right, everyone, so from here, I'm gonna be here in the De La Riva. We also started with this drill. I'm gonna start controlling her foot. I have no grips, so from here, I'm just gonna bring my leg through until I reach the other side of the leg. As I bring my leg all the way to the other side, I'm going to extend my leg, exposing her back, controlling the skirt or the belt. From here, I keep the grip. I'm gonna hook her other leg with the other foot that I have free, square the hips, pull the hip down, extend the legs. Get the seat belt first, then the hooks, and I have her back. For the sake of the exercise, I let them escape. She's gonna bring herself up. She's going to stand up, and we're going to do the same to the other side. Just playing with each other with the kiss of the dragon. Okay, we started this before. If you guys require more details, again, the class in which I show this is on the videos of last week as well. I'm gonna push it through, extend the leg, control the skirt. I hook my foot behind the leg, square the hips. First I pull the hip. As I extend my legs, I sit, already getting the control of the seat belt, put my both hooks in, then escape, the other side, exactly. She turns to me, she's inside my closed guard, so she comes up to open. I set the De La Riva, and we're just gonna be playing with each other, okay? So people, switching sides, again, speed is not necessary. I just want you guys to get used to the steps. Again, require more details, visit the past classes, but 3 minutes, one of you on the bottom, working with the sweep, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom, it gets on top, and you just exercise this position with each other. Okay? Let's work for today's position, people. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna start with the Berimbolo, alright? I'm gonna show a basic one, not the one that I like the most, okay? But just so we have somewhere to start, I'm gonna have the De La Riva, okay, everyone? And from here, people, what I want to do first, since I have no grips, okay, I can start the same way that we were working yesterday, hooking the other leg, just for safety. But what I want to do is reach for her belt, okay, because I want to get a good control of her hip. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm gonna start pushing her leg and bring myself up until I reach her belt. So from here, I'm gonna start pulling her belt to me, bringing her hip down. And as this happens, people, the foot that I have here behind her leg, I'm gonna cross until I have my both feet here hooking her hip. Okay, realize, people, that I keep my both grips that I have. I have the control on the belt, I have the control on the foot. Already brought my feet across, I have my both feet hooking her hip so I can connect myself to the hip. Because in the end, I want to roll over my shoulder and use my hip to lift her hip. And very important that I keep this grip so I can keep myself close to her and keep the control of her hip as well. Okay, I'm saying hip a lot, but hip is very important for this. Okay, so as I'm here, people, I'm gonna keep the control and I'm gonna bring my head towards the hip and I'm gonna start rotating over the shoulder until I reach the other shoulder. Now, people, very important, this leg that I have behind her leg, I'm gonna keep pushing. And you guys can see that as I start pushing her leg, I start lifting the hip as well. From here, I can control her leg, but personally, I like to control the back of the pants or the skirt, okay? I'm gonna keep kicking here with the leg that I have behind her knee. I'm gonna keep pushing her hip down until I have access to the back. From here, I can switch to the seat belt and I'm already on her back, okay? So this is the basic Berimbolo. What is important for us to understand this position? It's a movement that I did, okay, which is not as complicated. Everybody has in mind that the Berimbolo is complicated, but it's actually not that difficult. what I need to know as soon as I bring my opponent down is to do this, okay? Just rolling over my shoulder. But very important that I don't rely on my feet to roll because I need to be controlling my opponent's hip and that I have a good control of my opponent's hip as well so I can reach the back. Okay, so one more time here, Dania, please. So, like I said, I'm gonna show a bunch of variations that we can work from. This is just the most simple one. And people, like I said, if you guys are really in the beginning, this is not something you should be focusing on right now. There's plenty of other positions for you to focus at this point. Alright, so I'm gonna be here with Dania. I'm gonna start pushing her, bringing myself up so I can control the belt. As I bring myself back, I'm gonna pull the hip and bring her down. Realize, people, at the moment that I bring her down, I already have my both feet hooking her hip. Okay? From now, I'm gonna pull her belt and bring myself in. Alright, I'm gonna go over my shoulder and I'm gonna start rotating over my shoulder. I start using my leg to lift her hip, control the skirt, push her hip down, bring my foot in, and I'm already here on her back. Okay? So, people, step by step, get in the control. Sometimes, like, I would suggest you guys to understand this position, but sometimes if you're doing one motion, it's gonna be easier because you're gonna be able to control your opponent's hip a little bit better. So, if you're struggling with this, so just a little bit faster here. I kick my opponent away, control the belt, bring her hip down, roll over the shoulder, push the hip down, control the back, and I'm already attacking from here. Okay? Train with each other, everyone. Don't be scared. It's not as difficult as it looks, okay? It's a very strong position that you guys can go from the guard to a back control. Really hyped for a few years ago. Now it's kind of common. People are doing a lot of variations from it, but it's good that we can work a little bit with it. Okay? Let's try a little bit, people. All right, everyone. Starting from the De La Riva, then you're trying to pass. I'm trying to sweep from here. 3 minutes, one of you on the bottom, the other one on top. People on top. Try not to be so aggressive here. Okay, so your opponent has the opportunity of working on the bottom as well. So if I'm here with Dania and I manage here to sweep her, good for me. All right, we start from the beginning and we keep working. Okay, if I got a submission on her, the same. If I take her back, the same. If Dania passes my guard though, again, back from the beginning, switching sides and we keep working. Okay, 3 minutes of one of you on the bottom, the other one on top, and then you guys can roll as much as you want. Alright? Hope everyone is healthy, everyone, and hope you guys are safe. Take care, people.